Everybody wants to know, where is BBN? Stay tuned and we will get right back to you as we address that and more. But first, let's bring in one of our guys who is doing it big here on STARZ Live. Make sure you guys get this in here, start promoting with these cats and bringing them into the table, you know, because we got to support our own. Feel me?
Big three, come on. Three. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies balling out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple. If you check the roster, got a 3-head monster. Now them killer threes are like killer bees. Start dropping threes like trilogies, like companies, like PIGs. Got them ball hogs hogging that 3-on-3. We got the power to do it BIG. We got Tri-State coached by the DOC, so don't hate on Lisa, Leslie, and Nate. It's Nancy Lieberman, head coach, leading man. We got new teams, we got new schemes. We got bivouacs, aliens, and enemies. And they coached by the glove, commissions the glide. Coached by the oak, coached by the Iceman. No fight 10, had to warn Rick Mahorn. They told Rick Barry half court looks scary, but it ain't. Unless you caught in the paint, on the give and go with ISO Joe. If you wanna bring the fire, it burn you slow. This is Fireball 3 and that's Swaggy P. Cause we taking the summer and displaying the best. It's the Big 3 on CBS.
Yeah, shout out to Ice Cube and playing all them brothers, Nate Robinson and the like. You know, hometown cast, mind you. I mean, Seattle been putting it down when it comes to the NBA. We got representation. I mean, if you think about the percentages, we're like, you know, one of the most prolific cities that's putting out NBA talent. And, you know, our numbers are like way bigger than everybody else's. I mean, what can I say, man? We know how to ball up here in the town. That's all it is to it. It's been brought back to my attention, man, that a certain individual hater has been off the air for about 4 or 5 days. And I just wanted to readdress some things that, you know, that I was felt privy to. And so that's the nature of what I'm doing back here with this stream. Like I said, I'm not really a person that goes online and try to tag people. Everybody know me. You look up throughout my whole video catalog. That's not me. I really do spend time supporting the town and putting people on, giving them an opportunity to, you know, get on the platform and just do what it is they do. It's not about me. It's about them. But this guy, Mr. BBN, is apparently gone AWOL. Now, the writing was on the wall. We could see this. And who knows, probably after he catches wind of this live and a couple other lives that I felt privy to, maybe he'll get back online, you know. It's kind of apparent he's going through some hard times. And, yes, he brought it on himself. What can we say? You know, you start getting rid of your the people that sponsor you and kicking people that are joining, you know, into your channel as being members and all that. I seen one young lady. I didn't even know. Now, I don't know hardly any of the people that's in there, but I seen one young lady. She upgraded herself up into what they call a bag swinger, which is a paid membership and whatnot. And she just happened to ask about me. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I've been a fixture on the show for a while, you know, in the back end of things, you know, but every once in a while I do commentate. And the next thing you know, this goofball gives her the bags. And she had just upgraded herself into not only the green team, but a bag swinger. So he's got some sort of mental anguish thing against STARZ Live, which is not good. You know what I mean? That is not good. Because like I said, homie, if you knew what I do, you'd be like, man, how can I be down? Well, you showing the world right now how to be down, because I'm kind of giving you some insider right now. that apparently the Goofy has got himself kicked out of the motel. He don't have no money, and he don't want to show everybody he's going live from some abstract place, you know. And if you check his history, he used to do that a lot. We're talking about Jack Frost. He used to do lives in the park and lives at the court, lives at the laundromat. He'd do lives whenever. And I'm like, there was nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, that was kind of like interesting and good content, you know, at some points. But it's like, why are you kind of scared to do that now? Because you ain't got no room or roof over your head. To me, it would make sense to be like, yeah, you really do need to start doing that now, because no matter what, if YouTube is your bread and butter, and apparently it is. I mean, we've never seen them say, I just got back from work, or I'm doing Uber, or anything like that, like so many other people that's been on the channel and on the chat and other YouTube content creators. I mean, you do not want to make this, obviously, your bread and butter unless you are looking like you got 1 million subscribers, and I mean active subscribers, okay? So it's like, you need to do something else. I know I do. I make sure that the lights are staying on, that the rent is paid, and then I get to use all this stuff. I do what I have to do what I want to do. There's a difference. And with that being said, in order to do what you want to do, you just got to be responsible. You got to tell yourself, okay, let me go out here, and if I have to get a 9 to 5 or whatever it is, and start paying the bills. Come on, don't be a goofy. You can't sit up here and leech off YouTube all damn month and be like, I need a drop, I need a drop. Oh, everybody pull up with the drops. The whole show is based on drops. I mean, people after a while, you know, even if you go to a church and all they do is pass the plate, sooner or later that plate gonna get emptier and emptier and emptier. And pretty soon they gonna be like, man, I'm just coming to church to pay. I don't need that. I need salvation. Give me some content. Is you a creator or a preacher? Which one are you? I mean, I'm not knocking all churches. I'm just saying there's a lot of churches that go down like that. The interesting part is that me having been in the position of so-called being an admin, have felt privy to many late night calls of, dude, man, they're gonna be at my door. They're calling me. They're coming to the door with the police. They're getting ready to kick me out. Can you please send me an advance on the promo on can I just get a spot? You know, and I'm like, okay, you know, I was in position. You know, I help you. You know, a fellow media content provider, and somehow or another you gave me a wrench. I didn't ask for the wrench, but you gave it to me, so I just took it and ran with it. Now, what people don't know is that, you know, I've got another wrench. I work for another cat, and he's got like close to 1 million subscribers. He never knew that. There was no reason to cross, you know, any of the cross-reference, any of that, because you just want to keep it clean. You never really know who you're dealing with, you know, so you keep it clean, and that's what I did, and I'm so glad I did, because this guy turned out to be a straight up nutbag. And I mean, when I mean nutbag, I mean just somebody with some issues, okay? Now, mind you, he done went on live and said some stuff because, you know, I requested a refund for my promotions, which wasn't being done right, wasn't being done to my standards or levels or anything like that. If you look at his promos, they're shabby. They're very shabby. So the best thing that I could do, and since it was before the recycle of the new week of new promo, I said, don't run my promo. On top of some other stuff that happened, but it just made sense. This was the sign, like, dude, you're tripping right about now, you know? And it's a pattern that keeps going. So essentially, we're going into part 2 of exposing BBN and Jack Frost, okay? It is what it is. What can I say? You know, I ain't trying to kick the man when he's down, but he sure was trying to kick me, and I was up. I'm like, damn, man, I'm putting money in your pocket. I'm not trying to say I bought you, but I'm trying to say, man, you cannot run a promotion on your channel and then just badmouth me all the way through the whole promotion. What kind of deal is that? I literally seen people in the chat agreeing to what he was saying, which is a whole bunch of effery. And I'm like, come on, man. So all the stuff that I'm doing is just being countered, you know, by your mouth. And it was not good. I'm like, okay, here's an example of some of the stuff. And let me see if I can find a good one for y'all. Yeah. You know, people just saying that, you know, I was out of pocket for asking for a refund. I mean, who does that? I mean, if you're not satisfied with a product, ain't you okay to ask for a refund? But see, some people, when you're in a bad position like this man is, you know, you tend to you know, not want to fall into the protocol of doing good business. You know, he didn't want to give me that $50 back, and that's all it was $50. Dude, it's not even the day to run the campaign, so just give me my money, whether you think I deserve it back or not, because you haven't ran it yet. So you know what he did? As soon as I requested it on Instagram, during the live, he went on ahead and ran the promo right then. I watched him do it. And I'm like, are you for real? So now you're going to basically say, I ran your promo. And that's what he did. He said, I'm running your promo. Bro, that's not the promo I paid for it. And I told you already I had another promo that I wanted to run. One that didn't include his voiceover, because I knew I was going to end up moving on. Let me get a clean promo and leave it open for maybe somebody else to do the voiceover. But everything else I put together, the script, the graphics, the visuals, I did it all, including the soundtrack. So it's like, I don't really need you, but I'm throwing you a bone, and I'm going to throw you some dollars while I'm at it. You can't appreciate that? Come on, man. This is the whole thing of why we got to watch who the hell we doing business with. Some people are out here really, really struggling. And they will take your money and run it. They'll sell you some fake and run. And that's what he did. The next thing I know, I'm blocked. But we'll get to that one later. What I want to do is give you essentially some snippets of what was said during his live about STARZ Live while he was running my so-called promo.
Is this the real Just 2.0 or the fake one? I don't know. Either which way, I'm just gonna kick.
We're going to get back to that one. That one's real critical, that 2.0 footage. Here we go.
This is the shit I gotta deal with. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is bananas. This is bananas.
He's talking about a Instagram message that I sent him asking for a refund. Don't run my promo. Then he called me a bully of 2.0. Let me hit that back. Let me hit that back so y'all can get a clear understanding.
This is the shit I gotta deal with.
So my understanding that he's flagging people right now for running this type of stuff. So I might get flagged. Who knows? That's the text I sent. I said I got timed out for being a bully. Wow, I'm a bully for timing somebody out.
STARZ Live to kick a person out of the chat and bully somebody, so now he wants to destroy my life as best he could. This is mental illness.
Mental illness. Hold on. Let me stop this right now. We talking about one flew over the cuckoo's nest calling somebody else with mental illness. I'm not the one on live talking about I am suicidal. I'm not the one talking about I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't pay my rent, but y'all pray for me because I'm I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm like, this guy, how do I help this channel grow at all when if I bring anybody to the channel and they see this, they're gonna be like, man, come on, man. What are we sponsoring here? This guy's walking on thin ice, real talk. And it's summertime. Let me finish the audio.
How I'm wrong. Hold on, let's have a question. Who thinks that's mental illness? Oh, whoops. I'm gonna have a quick poll on the way out. I want to know who thinks that's mental illness. I want to know who thinks that's mental illness. I won't allow him to kick a person out of the chat for no reason. So this particular individual now wants to...
Mind you, he's painting a narrative. I did not kick the individual out of the chat. I timed him out because he was not staying within the protocol of the chat. You have to ask certain questions, not all abstract questions. But let Ross tell it. It's his channel, okay? It's crazy because, see what happens, and this was pointed out to me, when he gets you in that realm where you are on the chat, you cannot really respond, and he's talking to the mic. Of course, he can talk faster than you can type. So you're fighting a losing battle right there. So the whole time he's saying all this stuff, I'm like, dude, I only timed him out for the following reasons. This is exactly what you asked us to do. So right then, I'm assuming, you know what? Whatever this is, it has to be like something really kind of like personal, because, you know, you're making up reasons as to why me and you are bumping heads, and it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all, because ultimately, if I'm doing what you said, then what's the problem? What's the problem? I don't get it. I don't get it at all, because I'm doing the job that you asked me to do. Mind you, I didn't ask for this job, but I was like, okay, if it'll help you out, I'll do the doggone wrench work for you and whatnot. But this guy, he turned it into me being a cyber bully in the whole 9 yards with this guy, this 2.0 guy, right? And I'm like, no, I just timed him out. Now he's turning it into, well, this guy's crazy. He's psycho. Now, mind you, they used to call him Psycho Bob. He used to run around the school with hatchets and shit. I mean, okay, I don't even want to delve into his history real bad here, but he's slandering me and their STARZ Live, man. Let's continue.
Destroy my life as best they could. Who thinks that's mental illness? I promise you, me and this person will never be friends again. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I put that on everything. I will never fuck with this nigga again. I put that on everything. And I don't care. I'm ready to die, nigga, for real, for real. I don't care.
Hold on. How did we get from I timed somebody out to I told you I want a refund to now you ready to die for this shit? Who the fuck is Psycho? Who's crazy? Who has an issue? For real. And then he turned it in all the way to, I'm trying to destroy his channel. Now, mind you, the only reason why I'm responding right now is because he said all this on the live and in the middle of a live with the chat intact and everybody that I've been establishing a network with, trying to build a bridge with, you know, to help push our STARZ live platform, which ain't got nothing to do with YouTube, mind you. And now I got this guy who I pay for promotion shit-mouthing me. I ain't got no choice but to get on here and respond. But now I'm going to point out the issues that this guy really has. Psycho Bob. Come on, man. He has turned it into another one of his conspiracies. Let me go on with it so you can hear it.
I literally think about killing myself on a regular. I don't care. Yeah, that's why I stay to myself, E. Simmons. That's a fact. I'm not allowed to have people around me because anytime.
So now he says he really literally thinks about killing himself on a regular. Who's mental? And you're saying it on live like this is acceptable, like this is some daily behavior to be expected by not just you, but anybody around you. Like that's normal? It's not normal, man. It's not normal. It's toxic environment going on here. And real talk. And I'm trying my hardest, you know, not to laugh because the way this guy painted me, like I'm the one who's crazy and psycho. Just listen to yourself. Dude, I have not said anything to you. And I'm going to show y'all the chat that I exchanged with him. Anything in regards to doing anything like that to him, or it didn't get nasty until the end, until he starts saying something about being a bitch nigga. Okay, here's a guy that always says, don't use the N-word, don't use the N-word, don't do all this. He tries to come off like he's some pro-activist type of dude, and he's uplifting the people and all that, but he's the first one that uses the N-word every time. And he didn't kick people out of his shit for that reason. But yet he'll turn right around and do the same thing. And I'm going to show you an example of just what I'm talking about. So let's get back into the audio.
People come around me, they want to control everything I do. So I just stay to myself.
Okay, I want to take a minute and read something that somebody in the chat was saying. Aretha Simmons said something, I see why you don't mix it up with anybody. He's on some bullshit. Then Black Power Cross went on to say, STARZ shit. Now, I've been talking to this cat every fucking day, saluting him, saying, what's up, talking about Black Power Cross. I kind of like his handle, Black Power Cross. That has, you know, some emphasis to it. But he's listening to this goofball and feeling like it's really holding some weight. In other words, he's anti-campaign against my promotion that I've been laying down. So now we got people in the chat talking about, oh, he's on some bullshit. They're not knowing the backside end of it, that man, for whatever reason, the cat is not stable. I asked him for a refund pertaining to my promotions because he ain't running it the way I want it to be ran. And then he used the 2.0 issue to be a reason why he get me up out the way. You didn't have to make up a reason. You could have just easily said, man, it ain't working out, nigga. I'm not having no relationships with you like that. Like he said, I will never be friends with him again. We weren't friends, nigga. We were business associates. As a matter of fact, it was called a paid business relationship. Look on all the fucking posts you made on Instagram. Paid. I paid you for this relationship so that you can help promote my brand. What part of that don't you understand? That's just suable offenses. All of it. Let's get back to the audio.
Yeah, I stay to myself. That shit's crazy. I think you meant eliminate. World famous Peter Memphis says I would illuminate. I think he meant eliminate all the admins completely, because it seems like you put trust in people. It seems like you put trust in people where every few months you got to change up what you want to change. Copy? Now listen.
This is a good interjection right here. Somebody said every few months you got to change up admins. Now, anybody who follows this platform, they're going to be like, you know what? That ain't necessarily the truth. The admins that I've seen before I even was given a wrench, mind you, I just turned on the show one day and seen a wrench next to my name. I didn't ask for this shit. But the admins that I did see before this, they were like the best ones I've ever seen. They were literally taking parts of sharing his show on Facebook, reposting himself on Instagram, doing all of these things, right? They ain't getting paid. They volunteering their time, just like I was. And I got a gang of other stuff to do. That's the truth. They was volunteering their time, and this cat got the nerve to badmouth these people. And the only way he covers up was, well, not all of them. I had some good admins. But it's like, dude, you have an issue with every one of them, because ultimately, in the end, you want the show to be just what it is. Just you with your, I ain't gonna even talk about your looks, nigga, because that's kind of gay to me. But your face up in there talking and running the show. You ain't never gonna work with nobody. You're not. You tried it before. I heard about the Zeke Blacks and all them. How you did all them. You're not compatible with a working platform with anybody else. Thus, you're stuck right where you are with no growth, no support, no nothing. And in the end, then you want to start shit talking niggas. Shit don't make no sense. And for you to come off on me like that, you know karma's a motherfucker. I know you sitting somewhere in a shelter or a park or something trying to figure out your next best move, and it didn't have to go this way. This is what happens with us. We can't work together. You got guys like this who are just running around being Psycho Bob.
The point that I'm trying to make. Listen. If you're actively trying to get involved in my life and you're trying to do something negative to me, that's hate. Can somebody explain to me what it is when you see a thing going about on its regular merry way, going just fine?
I want to address this. There's nothing to hate about what this man look like, what he got, and what he doing. Because you can see right now, I'm doing all of those things a little bit better than he is. Even me being overweight and all that shit, I'm still doing better than he is. And I'm getting at females and females getting at me. This goofy, come on, man. This track record's starting to speak for itself, man. When you gonna show up with a female? When you gonna get not kicked out of the venue for being a goofy and a weirdo? Bro, you're the one that's pushing this envelope. I ain't saying nothing. Nobody's hating on you, not me. But once you start trying to attack the brand, I got something to say. And I'm not wrong. I swing. You want to swing on the media platform or you want to swing on the concrete? It's all right with me. Because I ain't no lame or none of that. We can get down. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I heard the last part of what you said. You said something about bitch ass nigga. Over here on this side of the coast, you say the word bitch, them is fighting words. Them is fighting words, you goofy. You don't want to see me like that. I don't give a fuck all that shit you be doing up in that motel room like you athletic and you got some kind of boxing prowess and all that. Man, it's not about that. It really ain't. So quit talking reckless out your mouth because I'll call you out. Come meet me. That's all I'm saying. Come meet me if you feel that way. If you feel like I'm a bitch and whatever else you said, come meet me then. Quit talking shit on in your whole. Well, you ain't even in the hotel room now, you goofy ass nigga. You sitting somewhere on a park bench trying to figure it all out. Because you ain't got niggas like us supporting you no more. Now, I want to do right now is move away from that one, pull up another video, some audio excerpt that I got. Now, we all know this started so-called, let him say it, allegedly with me dismissing 2.0. It wasn't but sometime later, mind you, and I caught him on tape where he did the same thing.
This is the shit I gotta deal with.
I caught him, basically, he had to recant on what he did.
Is this the real Just 2.0 or the fake one? I don't know. Either which way I'm just gonna kick it.
So he kicks 2.0. 2 days later,
If it's the real Just 2.0, then it don't. If it's the fake Just 2.0, then it don't matter.
so he kicks him. The same dude that he bumped heads with me about.
The DA tell you 47 years on the table, sturdy dudes folded. Dude, 47 years on the table, man.
So as he's going through the live, he starts to realize right there that he fucked up. It was right at this moment he said, you know what? I fucked up. Just take a good look at this portion of the clip. This is 2 days later after the so-called 2.0 incident, which really wasn't what it was about in the first place. Frost literally has a meltdown. He's looking at it like, oh shit. It's at this moment I realized I fucked up. Look at him. I just kicked 2.0, and the day before that, I kicked my main sponsor, my main admin, behind this same dude, and I called him a bully for doing it. Oh shit. It's getting intense right now because it's starting to add up. I kicked my rent money out. I kicked my sponsorship out. I kicked everybody out, and I turned right around and did it my damn self a day later. Hypocrite. Narcissist. Look at him. Tells it all. Defeated. Didn't have to go down like this, but I'm not going to let you attack me and my brand and whatnot, and don't think I ain't going to sit up here and swing back. I'm fighting. You're not going to sit up here and kill all the work and the money I put in and kill my sponsorship, my promotions. Right there. He know what he did. Look at him looking at the board like, damn, I kicked this guy out, and that's the guy that STARZ got kicked for. Zero resources meaning the people that support him, as in me, another guy, and he's been riding that guy a little bit. The end is coming. It may already be here. You can't make this shit up. And essentially, when you're on live and you're doing this thing, you got to realize that people can reach back into what is actually a visual and audio record of the things that's coming out of your mouth. I literally was doing a job that he asked me to do. I didn't volunteer for, I didn't ask him for, I wasn't getting paid to do. And I put a guy on a timeout, didn't kick him out, timed him out, said, man, could you please stay on topic? And instead of addressing that person, he threw me under the bus, and all of a sudden I'm all kind of bitch ass niggas and all this and that, and I can't take over the show just because I'm putting money in his pocket and whoop 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 whoop. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, man. How did you see how he turned it all into something else? This is the sign of, boy, you're not stable. You're thinking real in the terms of like there's a conspiracy going on, like people are contacting me, and now I must say, yes, people have contacted me about this guy since they know I ain't a part of it now, and even my subscribership done went up. Everything done went up since I stopped working with him. I mean, it's saying a lot how the perception of how people are seeing this guy. And I'm like, man, I paid for that type of abuse. And then in the end, you gonna call me a bitch ass nigga, man, you gotta make me feel that. I wanna feel that, nigga. Because around here in this town, them are fighting words. Straight up, fighting words. Dig that. I'm not backing up. All that I'm not scared to die and all that. It ain't, an ass whooping is worse than dying, because you're gonna have to live with this. So Psycho Bob over here realizes that he did what he did. He kicked out his resource, and you know, I mean, let's be honest, you know, some of the other guys are starting to see, you know, some of the inconsistencies, and they're not funding him like they were. He don't have the resources no more. I was kind of like the last of the Mohicans, other than my man Foot in the Ass, and he been giving Foot in the Ass a hard time. You know, how Foot in the Ass is doing promotions too. He's promoting his brand. We work out here in the Northwest. The thing is, you know, when people give me their opinion and all that, that's just exactly what it is. Everybody got one. But this guy here, the narcissistic behavior that he's displaying, is like he can't never be wrong, and your opinion has to be somehow submerged and ultimately extinguished because it can't be more than what he's saying. Mind you, I never shared the platform with him maybe 2 or 3 times, you know, and that was to help promote what the hell it was he was doing. I always made sure I put that in. So we could go on and on and on and on and on about this cat. And I'm not really gonna address this no more after this, other than the fact that this guy, he really is Psycho Bob. And right now he's sitting in some park trying to figure out should he go live or not, and just come clean about, man, I did it to myself. There's so many people that have contacted me, told me they used to work with him and all this type of shit. I'm like, man, okay, you know, that I understand, you know, I don't want to throw dirt on top of the man, you know, while he's sitting up here struggling, because we've all been there. But damn, man, did you have to send me out like that? You didn't have to send me out like that and then turn around and send 2.0 like that. That you turned right around and did what I did and didn't say nothing about it other than the fact you realized you just shot yourself in the foot. It's crazy. That's him. Real talk. So what I want to do right now for y'all, put a little break in this, is I want to play the promo that I was trying to get him to play. I mean, it's like, come on, man. I just want you to play the real promo, man. Well, first I want to play this one, man. Let's see. Let's get to it. It just disappointed to me, man, that it all turned out that way. And everybody, you know, I still got relationships with a lot of the people there, some of the old admins, all that. That lets you know how real they were. Supporting me. You know, I was invited to Vegas. I could have went to Vegas, you know, but I did some other stuff, you know, celebrating family, with family and whatnot. But ultimately, it's like, people need to realize that if you have an opportunity to work with somebody, you know, you have to make sure that we do our due diligence. We have to do our homework, man. Because even though you're paying for a good look, ultimately it could be a bad look. You don't know what they're doing behind your back, what they're saying about you. I literally saw texts of this guy, Psycho Bob, badmouthing me. But since I had already locked in my promo and all that with the channel, I just said to myself, well, man, let me just go ahead on and finish the promo, man. And that's how it went. So it is what it is, man. I just got to deal with the fact that there's money that's thrown away, you know, and there's not much I can do about it other than, you know, defend the brand when it becomes necessary or whatnot, and just be like, you know, ultimately, people need to realize that before we get into these type of relationships, we got to do thorough background, you know, checks. If nothing else, let me look at your history, you know. Like I said, I seen them flash on a bunch of people, but, you know, I know my character. I know I'm not the one you just going to be able to flash on without some repercussions and consequences. No, I'm not. I don't dial 911. I'm not calling YouTube or I'm not calling the feds. None of that shit that this guy does. I'm just going to tell you straight up. You got a problem with me? Meet me in Chicago. Meet me in Dallas. Meet me in Kansas City. Meet me halfway. We can do whatever. We can do whatever. But I sure ain't what you said, bitch, by no means, and none of that. Now, you think about that while you sitting up there, I'm trying to figure out how you going to get some hot dog money. Why you going to figure out how to get your morning coffee? Real talk. So with that being said, I want everybody, I want to thank those people that came over too, that, you know, joined the channel and whatnot. Don't get used to this type of stuff. I'm not going to be doing this type of stuff. This ain't what I do. I just had to defend the channel, okay? So it is what it is, and hopefully you guys can move on. I am going to be doing more stuff. All you guys that are haters of Psycho Bob, you know, just get at me. You want to use this? I don't care. This is a fair whatever they call that, so you can view it and use my audio, whatever. Hit me. I don't care. I'm not with all that, because the truth is the truth, and I'm about the truth. I ain't about all this funny ass shit that this cat's running down. I'm not doing that. So everybody, please make sure you like and comment and subscribe to the channel. Let's get the numbers up. Let's do some things. If you have any type of music or product or branding that you want to do, get at me, man. I'm not charging for none of this stuff. I will do an interview with you and I will put you on. I have a Facebook group that's touching like 30,000 and stuff like that. I like to go there a lot. Go check them out. STARZ Live.online. They are a big group here in the Northwest. Say like you're over there and you want to just, you know, reach out to the West Coast. There's your opportunity. We got a lot of people in that group from basically around here, and get people familiar with your brand and your music, you know? So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. I know I did. And man, stay tuned for the next one. We out.
3. Yeah, 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 yeah. Big 3, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. 3. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies balling out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple. If you check the roster, got a 3-head monster. Now them killer 3s are like killer bees. Start dropping 3s like trilogies, like companies, like PIGs. Got them ball hogs hogging that 3-on-3. We got the power to do it BIG. We got tri-state coached by the DOC, so don't hate on Lisa, Leslie, and Nate. It's Nancy Lieberman, head coach, leading men. We got new teams, we got new schemes. We got bivouacs, aliens, and enemies. And they coached by the glove, commissions the glide. Coached by the oak, coached by the Iceman. No fight 10, had to warn Rick Mahorn. They told Rick Barry half court looks scary, but it ain't.